This is a 79 Super Reverb, and it is not done, though it sounds really good with its new speakers. We've got those WGS G10Cs in because the old Oxfords or whatever were just shot. They weren't making any sound at all. And this is an amp that a previous tech had done about half the recap on, and I already did the filter caps right, and I did a few caps that he had missed, but it still has some of the previous techs working here, and I think I need to go back and revisit that. There are two things happening. There's an intermittent sound that comes and goes, a kind of thing that you may or may not hear at some point in this video. There's no timing to it. A couple of the preamp tubes might be a little suspect. That might be what that is. But also, I'm over here where it's the least photogenic part of the studio, the workshop, so you can't really see the guitar great and the amp. But if I'm within 5 feet of that amp with any of my guitars, and they're all shielded, and most of them have humbuckers or other noiseless pickups, there's a big hum. And it's not the cables, and it's not the guitars. It's unique to this amp. It's emitting a big old field, and I don't know whether there's an issue with its power transformer or if there's a ground somewhere in the amp which is not optimal. So I've got to go back into this. I'll let you hear it a few different ways, though, just to get a preview of what it will sound like when it's really ready for prime time. So let me turn the volume down on the normal channel, because that was 5. It's really loud. That's big stage volume that you heard, and it has that nice edge of breakup fatness that a Super Reverb gives. They've got the master volume on 10 for all this. I'll show it turned down a little bit later, just for scientific comparison. All right, still in the normal channel. The volume's now at 3 rather than the 5. Treble's at 7 because I have the bright cap off. Mids are at 5.5. Bass is at 5. Should be a real nice, clean sound. And even on 3, that's loud enough for most gigs. That's too loud for a lot of gigs these days. Nice dynamic range to the amp, depending on how you play. Believe it or not, if I turn this up, you could get some AC/DC out of this thing. Remember, Lifeson used a Super Reverb for pretty much the only amp on all of 2112. You get a Les Paul or a 335 or 355 and do Super Reverb, and you turn it up, you'd be forgiven for thinking you were hearing Marshalls. But let's go over to the Reverb Vibrato channel for a bit, since there's going to be probably a longer video on this same amp once it really is done to my likings. But let's go switch channels now. I've got the settings on the Vibrato channel exactly the same as the normal. There's a little bit of a buzz. Like I said, this thing still has some issues. Could be tubes, could be old resistors. I'm not done. But this thing had so many problems, and it needed all new speakers, so I put it to the side while I waited to get that sorted out, because I have so many things in progress. This is not its actual reverb tank. Its actual reverb tank died. I've got to get a new one. This is a little 9-inch Ruby, I believe, or Tube Amp Doctor. But it's a little tank, and it's got 3 springs, so it's a little bit longer than the one that should be in here. But the reverb circuit is working without any issues, and that's the important thing for now. Started as an almond-esque thing and then just went a little bit raga, a little bit barbershop raga. But you know, it's a good sounding amp despite the little things that are still coming and going in the background. Bass is up a little bit too high for this. That's one of the big differences between the Super and the smaller Fenders. It's got so much more low end. I mean, the Twin's got a lot of lows too, but something about the 4x10, that bass really wants to come out. So I'm gonna turn that down a little bit and see what it's doing. I think I'm gonna switch guitars too. I haven't played the Les Paul in a while, so let's do that. All right, let's play some cleanish things. Channel volume still on 3, treble still just below 7, mids at 5.5. That reverb tank's a little extreme. I'm going to shut the reverb off for the rest of this. I just want to show that it was working. While I was over there, I turned the volume up to 7 and the master volume down to 7. I turn it up a little bit, make it a little bit darker. All right, for this I've got the volume just over 7, the treble just under 5, the mids up at 7, the bass still at 4, reverb off, master on 10 because I'm a masochist, and let's try some things. Hopefully that's close enough to get the point far enough away that Apple won't find me. Yeah, John used a Casino P90, and it was a twin from 10 years before. But this will do that kind of thing. It's nice. And since I talked about the Lifeson thing, let's do the Lifeson thing too. Les Paul, PF style bridge humbucker. Alex had a T-top, close enough. Normal channel, volume 10, treble 8, mids 6. Bass just over 3. And other such silliness That's as much as I can take today in this small room.